Then we will see one more important topic in the last part in the concentrations, that is electrochemical cells, the galvanic cell part, thermodynamics of a cell. This is the last part in the first part of the electrochemistry. Thermodynamics of a cell. Thermodynamics of a cell means here just determination of delta G gives free energy and entropy function delta S and enthalpy function delta H. That we will discuss here. Thermodynamics of a cell. The determination of delta G gives free energy, delta S entropy and delta H enthalpy. This is again very simple, one by one. According to thermodynamics, we know that for a reaction gives free energy change, dG is equals to VdP minus SdP. This is one reaction according to the thermodynamics, and this you can convert further at constant pressure. You can convert. Constant pressure means the dP value is 0. You put the dP value 0 here, that will be converted into the 0 minus SdT. You get SdT. From this, entropy S is equals to minus of dZ by dt. If you take overall change in entropy, delta S is equals to minus of d of overall change of gives free energy by dt. And what is the delta G value? Already we calculated. The decreasing free energy, that is the non-PV work, electrical work done, delta G is equals to minus NF E cell. This value you can substitute here. Delta S is equals to minus of d by dt of minus NF E cell. Anyhow, N is the number of moles and Faraday, these two are constant values. Then you can bring them out. Minus into minus plus NF, this is dE cell by dt. So by using this formula, we can calculate entropy change of a cell reaction. E cell anyhow, we can calculate for particular cell the cell reaction, that if you substitute here, number of moles and Faraday. And where this term dE by dt is called temperature coefficient of a cell. Here dE cell by dt. And this is called temperature coefficient. Of a cell. Generally, this we can define like this. This is a EMF change per degree centigrade change. That is called temperature coefficient of a cell. This is change in EMF. Change in EMF of a cell per 1 degree change in temperature. Change 1 degree temperature, what is the change in EMF value? That can give the temperature coefficient dE cell by dt. This you should remember the terminology. dE by dt is called temperature coefficient. Anyhow, this is a formula for entropy. Next, now enthalpy. Anyhow, delta G we know, now delta S came, we have to calculate delta H. Again we have the formula delta G is equals to delta H minus T delta S. From this, delta H is equals to delta G plus T delta S. Now the known value delta G and delta S in terms of cell values. We can substitute here. Delta G is equals to delta G minus means minus NF E cell plus T into entropy change. Just now we calculated, that is NF into dE cell by D, and this is overall delta H. Or we can write this further like this, and if you take NF common out, then this will become as T into dE cell by dt minus E cell. This is a representation of enthalpy change. So entropy change, enthalpy change, and Gibbs free energy change. And with respect to enthalpy here, the condition, if dE cell by dt is less than 0, for example, if you take less than 0, means this value is negative, and dE cell by dt is negative, then overall value will get negative, then delta H is negative, less than 0. Means what? It is exothermic reaction. So then the reaction is exothermic within the cell. The reaction is exothermic. Exothermic means heat evolved. So temperature of the cell will increase. In this case, temperature of cell increases. And if take reverse, quite opposite. If dE cell by dt is greater than 0. If one is less than 0, that is less than means ultimately this also you should get greater than 0. Then in that case, the reaction should be endothermic. The reaction means inside the cell. Your reaction means your reaction inside the cell. The reaction inside the cell is exothermic, so temperature of the cell increases. Here, the reaction inside the cell is endothermic. Endothermic means heat is absorbed by the system, then ultimately temperature will decrease. So temperature of cell will decrease. Temperature of cell decreases. That depends on the temperature coefficient values. So these three formulas, thermodynamics of a cell, you should remember. What is that? Delta G, one formula, minus NF E cell, and delta S, NF dE cell by dt, and delta H is equals to NF of T dE cell by dt minus E cell. Sometimes they may ask you directly in the formula base, which is a correct representation for delta H or delta S or delta G. One question related to thermodynamics of a cell. For a reaction, this is a reaction. A plus B2 plus is given as A2 plus and B, and whose E cell value is 1 volt at a temperature of 298 Kelvin. And also dE cell by dt, temperature coefficient, and is given as 5 into 10 power minus 5 volt per Kelvin. The unit for temperature coefficient is dE cell, volt, temperature is Kelvin, volt per Kelvin. Then find delta G, delta S, and delta H. Solution for this. Just you substitute these values in the given formula. Delta G is equals to minus NF E cell. So here N nothing but number of electrons involved in this particular equation. total number of electrons involved is 2. And where F is a Faraday, 96,500 coulombs, and E cell value is given as 1 volt, 1 joule per mole. This we can write simply minus 193 kilojoule per mole. This is about delta G value. Next, delta S. Formula NF d cell by dt. Again, number of electrons 2, Faraday's 96,500, and d cell by dt 5 into 10 power minus 5 volts. 5 into 2 10 power minus 5. So this can give delta S value directly 9.65 10 power minus 5 is there. This is 9.65 joule per mole. This is delta S value. Now delta H. Here you can use that normal thermodynamics relation or cell value. Anyhow, we know the delta G and delta S. This value you can substitute in the formula delta G plus T delta S, delta H value. And that means in terms of kilojoules, this is minus 193 kilojoules plus temperature 298 kelvins into delta S. So here delta G value we have taken in terms of kilojoules, and this also we should take in terms of kilojoules only. If we convert 9.65 into kilojoules, you can take 9.65 by 1000. Then you will get this into the kilojoules. And you simplify this one, you will get minus 190.12 kilojoules per mole. And this is the delta H. You can calculate like this, or else you can use another formula, delta H formula also you can use. This is delta H, or delta H equal to, we have the formula NF T into d E cell by dt minus D. Where N means 2 electrons, this is again 96,500 into temperature 298 Kelvin into 5 into 10 power minus 5, and this is minus. And this is, if we simplify this one also, we will get the same value. That is minus 190.12 kilojoule per mole. Any one formula we can use. Next one, small calculation. So standard potential calculations for a op cell, and where the op cell containing metal with 2 different oxidation states. In that case, how to calculate the electrode potential values. This you can see. Determination of standard potential. Cell containing a metal in different oxidation states. So here the calculations. First you should remember these points. If you generate a new cell by adding 2 op cells, then in that case the resultant cell may not follow the additive rule. We know that E cell is intensive property, is not a additive property, non-additive nature. In that case, how to calculate? Well, let us see. If we generate a new op cell by combining 2 op cells, then EMF will not follow. Addition. When you combine 2 op cells to produce one more third op cell, then in that case we cannot use this addition law. Then we have to use the, first we have to convert that into the Gibbs free energy. Gibbs free energy again you have to convert into the E cell values. That is a free energy versus E cell. Here let us take two op cells. Let us take two op cells and whose standard electrode potential values are E1 naught and E2 naught. And by combining these two op cells, we are getting the third cell. This is in E3 naught. In this case, the E3 naught value need not be equal to E1 naught plus E2 naught. When you mix the two op cells to generate the third E cell, E naught, E3 naught may not be equal to E1 naught and E2 naught. Then how to calculate the resultant E cell value? For that case, we have to use this formula. For first cell, if it is E1 naught, then we can take delta Z1 naught is equals to minus NF E1 naught. This you can take. Similarly, for second cell, you can take delta G2 naught is equals to minus N2F E2 naught. And the resultant third cell, delta G3 naught is equals to minus N3F E3 naught. But delta G, Gibbs free energy is an extensive property, it can follow the additive law. Delta G3 naught is equals to delta G1 naught plus delta G2 naught. We can write, this is additive formula. You apply these values here. This is nothing but minus N3 F E naught or E3 naught is equals to minus N1 F E1 naught minus N2 F E2 naught. From this, the resultant, the final cell reduction potential value is equals to N1 E1 naught plus N2 E2 naught by N3. And this is a formula. By using this formula, we can calculate the resultant op cell by combining two op cell values having the same element. Metal is the same. The metal should not be changed. Just one question here, a basic example. Copper 2 plus is converting into the copper plus, and where the reduction potential values are E naught value. Let us assume some X. Next, copper plus 2, copper where E naught value is Y. Then they ask to calculate copper 2 plus 2 copper. In this case, what is the E naught value? So copper 2 plus 2 copper, the E naught value is given X, and copper plus 2 copper, E naught value is given as Y. Then copper 2 plus 2 copper, what is the E naught value? Anyhow, by adding these two equations, we will get this a final one. And this is copper plus will cancel out, copper 2 plus equal to copper. And in this case, you cannot take E naught equal to X plus Y. That is not correct. So first you have to take that, this you have to convert into the Gibbs free energy. Delta G naught is equals to minus N. Number of electrons involved here is 1 F X. And for this case, delta G naught is equals to number of electrons involved 1 into F and Y. And in this case, delta G naught is equals to number of electrons involved. That is 2 electrons into F, and E naught value is E naught. That is equals to, it is additive in nature. By this addition of these two, we will get it. This is Y. So how much will get? This is minus F into X, and this is minus F into Y. from this E naught value is equals to x plus y by 2. And this is a final E naught value. It is not x plus 5, it is x plus y by 2. Or the formula we have. What is that? Final E naught 3 is equals to N1 E1. N1 means number of electrons involved here. 1 into x. N2 E2. In this case, number of electrons involved y by number of electrons involved in this. That is N3 value is 2. You can use the formula directly or by additive law. You can calculate the third cell EMF values where two different oxidation states involved. Take another question here. You are given like instead of the reaction manner, let us say continuous reaction. Iron 3 plus is converting into the iron 2 plus, and finally iron 2 plus to iron. And here to convert iron 3 plus to iron 2 plus, the required EMF is A, and iron 3 plus to iron, the EMF is B. Then what is the value of iron 2 plus to iron? They ask to calculate this value, EMF value. In this case, what formula you can use? Directly. That is iron 3 plus to iron. Let us assume E3 is equals to E1 plus E2. That is E1, we have to calculate the number of electron transferred here, N1. In this case, N1 is equals to plus 3 to plus 2 change. 1 electron, which you have to identify the N factor. Plus 2 to, this is a 0. In here, N2 value is 2. And here, N3 value is 3. Now, those value you can substitute here. E3 is equals to 1 into A plus, and this is 2 into that E naught, whatever you want to calculate, by N3 is 3. That is equals to, what is the B value, E3 value? E3 is B. Now, from this, E3 is equals to 3B minus A by 2. Means, what is this value here? The reduction potential values E naught is equals to 3B minus A by 2. You can calculate like this. One more question. MnO4 minus is converting into the MnO4 2 minus, that is to the MnO2, it is finally to the Mn2O3. Then here to here, the electrode potential value is 0.56 volts, and here to here it is 2.26 volts, and here to here it is 0.95 volts. Then what is the change? What is the electrode potential values when MnO4 minus is converting into the Mn2O3? What is the electrode potential here? This is the calculation for this solution. First, you have to identify the oxidation states involved here. Manganese plus 7, your manganese plus 6, manganese plus 4, your manganese plus 3. Now tell me what is the N1 value? N1 equal to 1, and here N2 value 2, and here N3 value 1, and this one we have to calculate. Let us assume this is N4. What is N4? N4 equal to 4. So now we can substitute in the final equation. We required E4 is equals to N1 E1, N2 E2, N3 E3 by E4, N4 value. N1 means 1 into 0.56 plus 2 into 2.26 plus 1 into 0.95 by plus 7 to plus 3 means 4. and simplify this one, and by 4 you can get it approximately 1.5 volts. Calculate the cell EMF, or calculate EMF of the following cells: platinum, hydrogen at 1 atmospheric pressure, acetic acid whose concentration 0.1 molar. This is connected to the ammonia and whose concentration is 0.01 molar. Here ammonia means you have taken aqueous ammonia, and that is connected to hydrogen gas, and where this is 1 atmosphere. And they give Ka of acetic acid, the acid dissociation constant of acetic acid, 1.8 into 10 power minus 5, and the base dissociation constant of ammonia is equal to 1.8 into 10 power minus 5. So this is a question. EMF of the cell: platinum, hydrogen, acetic acid and ammonia, hydrogen, and their concentration. Anyhow, hydrogen, same, you can say it is a kind of electrode concentration cell. Electrolyte concentration is different, and K of acid base is given. Solution. Write the cell equation: anode, cathode. Anyhow, this is first one is anode, and this is a cathodic reaction. The hydrogen is converting into the 2H plus at cathode case, and 2H plus is converting into the hydrogen. Why? Because both the cases is a hydrogen electrode. Hydrogen electrode, you can write the equation. Now overall equation. In both the case, the pressure is the same. You can cancel out the electrode concentration cell, and the 2H plus, and this is a 2H plus. This is for cathode, and here it can give 2H plus. This is an anodic reaction. H plus concentration of anode and H plus concentration of cathode. This we have to calculate. How to calculate H plus concentration for anodic reaction? Again, this is a acetic acid is a weaker acid, under root of Ka into C. Ka 1.8 into 10 power minus 5 into C and 0.1. So this is, we have the square law, you can take directly. This is H plus A square is 1.8 into 10 power minus 6 value. Similarly, calculate cathode. Your cathode is ammonia is given. First you have to calculate OH minus concentration. That is under root of Kb into C. And the Kb value is given as again 1.8 into 10 power minus 5. Again this is the same. And the concentration 0.01, 10 power minus 2. This is 10 power minus 2. If you know the OH minus concentration, we can calculate H plus concentration. That is 10 power minus 14 by under root of this one, OH minus concentration. This is a cathode. We have the anode concentration, now cathode concentration. These values you substitute in the next equation. Now E equal to E naught minus 0.0591 by number of electron transferred to log of H plus concentration of cathode square by H plus concentration of anode square. You apply those values here. E naught anyhow electrode concentration, sir. This is 0. This is minus 0.06. 0.06 by 2 means you can take 0.03. Log of cathode. This is a cathode value. That is 10 power square. 10 power minus 14 means 10 power minus 28 by OH minus concentration is how much? 1.8 into 10 power minus 5 into 10 power minus 2 into anode concentration. This is 1 by 1.8 into 10 power minus 6. Directly H plus square concentration value we are taking. This it is simplified. This is 10 power minus 7 and 10 power minus 13. That can give minus log of 0.3 log 10 power minus 15 by 1.8 square. This is a value minus 0.03. Now log 10 power minus 15 means minus 15 this is minus 15 and log 1.8 minus you will get, now let me take directly minus log 1.8 value how much? 2 into. Okay. So 2 into 0.25. Now you substitute, simplify these values, and overall value anyhow minus, this is plus, and 0.3, this is 0.5, 15.5. So 3 into 15, almost 45. So we'll get 4.6. Okay, cathode by anode means you have to take here positive. We have to take actually anode by cathode, but we have taken here cathode by anode. So this will be positive, and this is positive. So that is why final value you will get a negative value. This is positive, this is positive, this is minus 0.46. And these are the few numericals related to the electrochemical cell. Okay, next class we will see a second part in the electrochemistry, electrolytic cells.